Welcome everyone in the next module from the second semester syllabus, that is double integration, or we can say this is a part of a multiple integrals. What is use of the double integration, that we will first discuss, and we go to the discussion starting with the definite integral and then with some problems on the double integration. Let me clear one thing. In case of definite integral, we are calculating a area under the curve. Okay, now when we come across with the double integration, we are dealing with the surface. Now inside the surface, what is the area has no question. We can say inside the area, what is the volume enclosed. So whenever there is a situation, one surface is given in the space and we want the area under the surface, so to calculate that area, means that volume, basically we are taking a help of the double integration. Okay, in case of definite integration, if the integration is from integration a to b f of x dx, then this is nothing but there is some curve f of x on a plane xy, and we have two limiting values a and b lying on the x-axis. Then integration from a to b f of x dx is nothing but this area under the curve. Okay, now we are going with the double integration. So in case of double integration, what is going to be happen? Some surface equation is given, say z is equal to f of xy. Some surface would be given to you like this, and we want the area enclosed inside this surface, that is to be calculated. So for that we are taking the help of the double integration. The actual working of the double integration and everything technically, means graphically, that part I will discuss in next lecture series. Here I am just going to discuss a very basic example of the double integration, which will help you to solve simple problems from your examination. So first I'll deal with the problem. Okay, the first question is integral I is equal to integration from 0 to 1, integration from 0 to x, xy dy dx. As there are two integral signs, we say that this is a double integration. Okay, now the question comes, which integration you will solve first, the outer one or the inner one? Yes, of course, inner one is the first one and outer one is the second one. Anyways, now here dy and dx, that means either integration with respect to y or integration with respect to x. How you can understand that where I am going to integrate with respect to y first or x first? It's very simple. You just concentrate on the limits. Observe your inner limits are of x or are of y, means have they expressed in terms of x or have they expressed in terms of y? Yes, here the limits are expressed in terms of x. So there is a chance this limit is y as a function of x. So it means in this problem the inner limits are of y expressed in terms of x. So hence I will integrate first with respect to y and then with respect to x. So hence what I am getting, integration from 0 to 1. Okay, as I am integrating with respect to y, the x terms will be treated as a constant, like as a partial differentiation. So here I am treating x as a constant. I will keep it outside of the integral sign. Integration from 0 to x, y dy, then dx. Okay, now so this is integration from 0 to 1, x as it is. What is the integration of y? Y square upon 2, limits from 0 to x dx. So what I am getting, integration from 0 to 1, x as it is. For upper limit we have x square upon 2 minus lower limit is 0 dx. Okay, so which gives me this is integration from 0 to 1, x cube upon 2 dx. Now 1 by 2 we can keep it outside. Integration from 0 to 1, x cube dx. What is the integration of x cube? X raised to 4 upon 4. Limits from 0 to 1. So hence we have 1 by 2, and for upper limit it is 1 by 4. For lower limit it is 0. So hence my answer is 1 by 8. Are you clear with this? So this is very basic problem. I have not discussed any graph, what kind of nature of the curves involved, like that, so that we have not discussed anything here. Okay, we just focus on a simple problem and how to identify the limits. One more example I would like to discuss here. See, this is second problem. now you can observe here the limits are expressed in terms of y. That means these are the limits of x and they are expressed in terms of y. So hence first I will integrate with respect to x and then with respect to y. So I need to rearrange the sequence of dy and dx like as integration from 0 to this a square minus y square square root of, here I am writing dx and then dy. Okay, I am purposefully not written this statement because as I am integrating first with respect to x, that means the term of y will be treated as a constant. So a square and minus y square, these are the constant terms. I will take it together, a square minus y square minus x square. So now you have integration a square minus x square dx type integration, this type of integration. So I apply that formula. So your integral would be integration from 0 to a x by 2 square root of a square minus y square minus x square plus a square minus y square upon 2 into sine inverse of x upon square root of a square minus x square. Limits from 0 to square root of a square minus, sorry, I'll make a mistake here, y square. Okay, and then integration with respect to y. Now substitute the upper limit and the lower limit and see what you get there. Yes, so when I substitute here, we get square root of a square minus y square upon 2. When I substitute it here, we get square root of a square minus y square square root of a square minus y square square. So again minus a square minus y square term we get minus plus a square minus y square upon 2 into sine inverse of square root of a square minus y square upon square root of a square minus y square. This is for upper limit. Minus for the lower limit, when I substitute the lower limit at 0, 0 into this 0. When I substitute 0 here, we get sine inverse of 0, which is 0. So the for lower limit, anyhow I am getting a 0 part. Then integration with respect to y. Now when I take a minus sign inside, this minus y square and plus y square get cancelled. This plus a square minus a square get cancelled. So anyhow this term is going to be a 0. This upon this get cancelled. So we have sine inverse of 1, which is nothing but integration from 0 to a square minus y square upon 2. Sine inverse of 1 is pi by 2. So we can have pi by 4 outside. Integration from 0 to a square minus y square dy. Okay, so what I am getting, pi by 4, integration of a square would be a square y minus y cube upon 3, limits from 0 to a. On simplification we will get pi a cube upon 6. This is our answer. This is how you can solve this type of problems. I just like to give you one question and you can try this one. Again simple problem I am giving here. Integration from 0 to 1, integration from x square to x, xy into bracket x plus y dy dx. It's a very simple example I have given to you. You have to just simply solve this example. You have to identify the sequence whether you are going to integrate with respect to y first or x first. Okay, of course here the limits are expressed in terms of x. It means these are the limits of y. Hence I will integrate for this first with respect to y and then with respect to x. That's it. Thank you.